Hello everybody, my name is QueenE and the long-awaited patch notes for Season 5 is here. And without further ado, let's dive right into it because I want to see what updates Lifeweaver especially is getting this season. Right, so here we go. Overwatch 2 retail patch notes, June 13, 2023. A new patch is launching. Yes, we know. Read below to learn. I'm ready. Welcome to Season 5. Join Tracer and her friends as they embark on an adventure in a fantasy-themed role-playing game. As you progress through the battle pass, you'll guide Tracer while she works to save the magical kingdom of Overland from the threat of Demon Lord Reinhardt, and become powerful knight as you unlock her mythic adventurer skin. More fun awaits in Season 5, including our first ever creator-made workshop game mode in the arcade, the return of summer games, and introducing Mischief and Magic. Overwatch 2's prop hunt game mode. This actually sounds so fun. I don't know if you guys remember like the old prop hunt game modes. I think it was in like Gmod or something like this. So we have some general updates. Challenges, Lifeweaver unlock added, yada yada yada. Honestly, that's fine. On fire. Ooh, the fire system returns. Fire returns to highlight your incredible plays with these new features. New state, blazing. What's better than being on fire? Being even more on fire. Nice. Extra fire. A team's most exceptional playmakers will now begin blazing. Blazing cannot be maintained as easily as regular fire, so you'll need outstanding play to keep the heat on. Reignited visuals and sound effects. Fire returns to the hero portrait and the scoreboard with new animations. Fire makes a debut in the kill feed as well. Catching fire. Killing enemies that are on fire grants fire. Oh my god, you steal fire? That's fun. Fan the flames. The fire has spread to more than just Genji players. Finally, very nice. Beyond eliminations and damage, fire comes from mitigated damage, saves, healing, assists, capturing and contesting objectives, and boosted damage and crowd control. Pay attention to which heroes on your team are on fire and help them out to increase your fire score. Okay, I like that. A little bit more focus on like team play as well in the new fire system. That's cool. There's also been some matchmaking improvements, added new matchmaker functionality that should create matches with a narrow range of player skills. The initial tuning of the system at the start of the season will not be aggressive, but we will be making continual tuning changes throughout the season. The matchmaker now prioritizes placing similar groups with wide skill ranges into the same match, which means solo players will see a lower chance of being placed in those matches. Oh, thank goodness. Matchmaking bug fixes addressed some issues with backfills and quick play that could cause the backfill to take a long time or never occur. Fixed an issue where the matchmaker sometimes initialized new players' competitive MMRs to a value that did not reflect their skill. Players will continue to adjust to their accurate MMR as they continue to play. Right, so it's going to be a slow change, but people should end up where they belong over time. And then it's free-for-all player skill rating and bug fixes. That's fine. I don't really play free-for-all, so I'm just going to skip over that. We also have some competitive play updates. Ooh, ranked inactivity changes. Players that did not play any matches during the previous competitive season will become inactive. Inactive players do not have a visible skill tier and division. Each role in role queue can become inactive separately, while in open queue, a player only has one rank that can become inactive. Yeah, that makes perfect sense. Once an inactive player returns and achieves a competitive update after winning 5 games, their skill tier and division will become visible again. I like that change, yeah. Competitive Mystery Heroes. Ooh, Competitive Mystery Heroes returns from an entire season of randomized hero action. The competitive challenges are also back, providing mysterious titles and competitive points. That's super fun! Competitive Mystery Heroes is back. And then there's been a competitive bug fix as well, improved how the matchmaker computes its initial skill estimation, aka MMR, for a player queuing for their first competitive game. That's fair enough. Here it comes to the meat and potatoes of the Season 5 patch notes that I am looking forward to the most. We're getting to the hero updates. Okay, Junker Queen. Rampage ultimate cost has been increased by 15%, so her ultimate will trigger slightly less often. The Commanding Shout temporary health is reduced from 200 to 150, and the developer comment is that the last round of Junker Queen changes increased both her sustained damage and self-healing. Hence, she ends up staying alive and in the fight longer, which was the intent, but naturally, her ultimate charges much more quickly on average as a result. Yeah, that's fair. The passive adrenaline rush healing becoming more potent has been interesting for gameplay as it's tied to landing her abilities. To bring her survivability more in line, we're shifting some of the power out of the Commanding Shout temporary health gained for Junker Queen herself. Right, so it seems to stay the same for everybody else apart from Junker Queen herself. Interesting change. Roadhog Take a Breather now amplifies healing received by 50% for 2.5 seconds after finishing Take a Breather. Okay, so you're gonna be able to heal him up even quicker after he does this. So it's like a mini Ananade on himself, I guess. We would like Roadhog to be even sturdier, as he's an immobile tank with minor damage blocking ability. His self-sustain ability is already quite powerful when alone, so this is more of a team-oriented change. Take a Breather, briefly increasing healing received, will enable the support heroes on Roadhog's team to help him recover more quickly. That's a pretty fun change. I don't mind that, actually. Cassidy Magnetic Grenade no longer has a maximum projectile travel range of 10 meters. Okay. The projectile now magnetizes toward an enemy target from 1.5 meters away and chases them for up to 1 second. Okay. I think this is better. Instead of being able to be thrown for 10 meters, I think now you have to be closer, but it chases them for a bit longer. So, Impact damage increased from 0 to 10. Explosion damage reduced from 120 to 70, so it's going to be like 80 in total from the impact damage if you stick it on them. And stuck targets now have their movement slowed by 30%. Oh god. Stuck targets are now affected by Hindered, which is a status effect interrupting and preventing movement abilities from being activated. Oh, this is probably going to feel bad to play against. Maybe it won't be so bad. I mean, it's mainly gonna feel bad, I think, if you play characters like Mercy, Genji, Tracer, you know, high mobility characters, Doomfist probably. So we'll see how that goes. The overall goals for Magnetic Grenade are to shift its use from purely damage into more of a utility, and change its deployment behavior from a close-range lock-on to more of an aimed projectile that magnetizes if it gets close to an enemy target. The previous stuck banner text alert confused Tracer's pulse bomb message, so his mobility locking status effect is being referred to as Hindered. I think that's good, because honestly, the Cassidy Magnetic Grenade did feel like a mini pulse bomb, and I'm glad that they're kind of moving away from that and trying to make it its own identity instead of just like a smaller version of something that already exists. Hanzo's Sonic Arrow impact sound effect now plays for enemies, and the visual effect is now briefly visible to enemies when first deployed. So it should mean that you have an easier time avoiding a place where the Sonic Arrow has been deployed, but you're gonna have to really pay attention to this. The Storm Bow maximum damage reduced from 125 to 120. The Storm Bow damage adjustment is a small but significant change that heroes with 250 health won't be eliminated with one critical damage shot. We've also updated the sound and visual for when Sonic Arrow initially lands to give nearby enemies more awareness that the ability was used. So that's pretty, I think that's good. So again, they mentioned this earlier, right? That they're trying to reduce the amount of one-shots in the game, and I think this is a fantastic move in that direction. May is getting some changes as well. The Endothermic Blaster damage per second is reduced from 100 to 55. Okay, that's a 45% reduction in damage. But the primary fire slow is no longer always 40% and now scales from 30 to 50. Primary fire impacts now build up to slowing effect that sticks to the enemy target for 1.5 seconds and slows them for 75%. Wow. Okay, so you're gonna be hella slow. Secondary fire impacts can secondary fire impacts can detonate this new slow effect, dealing an additional 40 damage. This set of changes is intended to bring back some of the gameplay and feeling May's primary fire used to have previously, though without the hard crowd control as a full freeze stun. I'm scared. I'm scared of facing Mace now. This could be really fun. Hey, maybe I'll just pick up and play May. If you can't beat him, join him, right? The Reaper Wraith form can no longer be activated while affected by mobility locking effects like Magnetic Grenade, Steel Trap, and Graviton Surge. Okay. The Reaper and Moira changes are addressing an inconsistency with the interaction of Wraith form or Fade with mobility locking effects, such as Junkrat Steel Trap, Sigma Gravitic Flux, Saria Graviton Surge, etc., and Cassidy's Magnetic Grenade. They are now disabled similarly to Tracer's Recall or Sombra's Translocator, which are abilities that also phase out and can move the player. Tracer's Pulse Pistol spread increased by 15%. We uncovered a bug that was setting Tracer's maximum weapon spread smaller than intended. We'll be monitoring the result of this one closely, as fixing it may have a significant impact on her overall effectiveness. Ooh, yeah, this is a bit of a nerf on the Tracer. They said it's a bug fix, so... Widowmaker's Widow's Kiss. Scoped shot damage fall off min-max range. Reduced from 70 to 100 to 40 to 60. That is a significant reduction in the fall off range. Scoped shot maximum damage fall off scalar increased from 30 to 50%. So these changes to Widowmaker's weapon fall off are intended to reduce her one-shot capabilities on maps with extremely long sightlines. The average range to still eliminate a 200 health hero at full charge is around 50 meters. A fully charged critical shot will still eliminate 150 health targets regardless of ranged. Well, there you go. So Tracer is still in the danger zone. Here we go. Here we go. Lifeweaver. General. Petal ornaments on his back have had their size and hit volume reduced by 10%. Thank you. Healing Blossom. Maximum healing increased from 65 to 75. That's the same. If he does fully charged Healing Blossom, I'm pretty certain that's the same amount of healing that an Ana shot is. That is actually a big change. Thorn Volley, damage per projectile increased from 5 to 6. Projectile radius increased from 0.1 to 0.125. And the ammo has been increased from 60 to 70. So we're going to be able to fire for longer. It's going to do slightly more damage. And they're going to be a little bit more easier to hit on targets because the projectiles are like larger. That's really fun. The pedal platform walkable area increased by 15%. Okay, so you can like walk around it a bit more. So hopefully that will prevent people from falling off so easily. Area to trigger lift now shrinks from a radius of 2 to 0.75 meters after initial impact. Oh, so you can... Oh, that probably means you have to be like right in the center to trigger it in certain situations. Apart from like so it seems to be like 2 when you initially put it down, so you can grab people immediately, but if you like try to pre-place it, people can still like touch the edges of it without it going up. I think that's how it's gonna work. Life Grip. Cooldown reduced from 20 to 16 seconds. Now heals the target ally for 50 health. Yes! They listened! Oh my god, Blizzard, thank you for watching my stream. We've been talking about Life Grip needing like a heal on using it. Like ever since Lifeweaver came out. I'm so happy about that. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Also, the cooldown has been reduced. Thank you. Oh my goodness. And the Tree of Life ultimate cost has been increased by 8%. I'm assuming that's to do because they've increased everything else, so it would just charge mega fast otherwise. Lifeweaver's stats have been improving over time, but he's still underperforming. These adjustments are primarily straightforward improvements to nearly every aspect of his kit. Outside of his ultimate ability, which received a small cost adjustment for the increased healing and damage output, the pedal platform area shrinking is a quality of life change intended to help avoid accidentally activating the lift after it has been placed. Oh, Lifeweaver, thank you. Oh my gosh, he might actually be good this season. GM on Lifeweaver, here we go. Moira's Fade can no longer be activated while affected by mobility locking effects like magnetic grenades, steel trap, gravity stars. That's the same as Reaper's stuff, that's fine. Then we have some map updates with lights, bug fixes, etc. Honestly, it's a lot, guys. I recommend you to go and just... check it out yourself. Like there's a lot going on in here for sure. Ooh, however, on the Lifeweaver train, okay, look at this amount of bug fixes for Lifeweaver. Gosh, Life Grip will now correctly nudge targets around payload obstacles. Thank you. The amount of targets that I had trying to save that was behind a payload that would just get stuck all the time. I'm so glad. Healing Blossom and Life Grip targeting now consider both the head and chest of the target as valid line of sight, allowing targeting around vertical obstructions such as payloads to be more consistent. Thank you. Fixed a bug that prevented pedal platform from being used if secondary fire was set as the confirmation input. Fixed a bug with Life Grip not consistently pulling allies onto ledges if Lifeweaver was airborne, and fixed an issue where Life Gripped allies falling off the map would still die on the death plane. Oh, still die to the death plane? Oh. Okay. I never encountered this, but that must have sucked. Like, you life grip somebody and they're like, oh, no, sorry, you touched the no-no zone, you're dead. Fixed the issue that resulted in a friend Lifeweaver's pedal platform highlighting red when pinged. Okay. Fixed an issue that prevented Lifeweaver's footsteps from playing sound when crouched. Oh my god, he was stealthier than we thought. Resolved a bug that prevented the Tree of Life from being placed on an enemy Torbjorn turret. It now destroys the turret. Oh. You can destroy turrets with, well, the Torb turret anyway, with the life of tree or life of tree. Fix the bug that allowed Tree of Life to be attached to the push bot and pull them. Oh, we can no longer make Groot. Oh, that's so sad. No more Groot, chat. It was fun while it lasted. Dang. That's so sad. Anyways, there's like a lot of this stuff as well. It's a lot. I'm gonna link it in the description below, guys. So if you want to check out these retail patch notes, they will be in the description box below. Anyways, that's it. That's Season 5. I hope you guys have a great season. I'm gonna have a blast playing Lifeweaver, and I'll see you in the next one. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Bye!